I need a double a verse. I do it before FaceTime before I get to the club. Look at the line. Money ain't changed my heart, but I'm smarter. I guess it changed my mind. And I take care of my in prison. Don't think it's safe inside. I got that check and took off. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No call. For real. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And incomplete to open things up.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking deep downfield. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Kenny Brin, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now Luck. Going deep for Benjamin. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And out across midfield down to the 45. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Luck on 1st down. Hustling 3 near the 40. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
On 3rd down, that's Coleman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, Luck. And down inside the 15 he goes. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the 1st down.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4.840.
And he grew up a bit. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
39, Lucy.
Bortles now to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Move. So right, so right. 3 and 10.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
All right, here we go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Cameron Hayward. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. And with his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball at any size coming out of the backfield because they need to be a full part of the offense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Back to throw here. On the screen, this is Cole. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. He'll look to throw. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Here's Bohannon, the fullback. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
On the give, it's the fullback, Bohannon, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
The end result was brute force on brute force, but think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll try and sneak it here. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
No gain? Quarterback sneak? No gain? Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there.
Yeah, baby.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Bortles now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Looking deep for Hilton. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun now for Bortles. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And now here comes Kansas City. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Caught here left side by Brent. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs, 64 yards. A first trip to the red zone for KC. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Drops it off for Coleman. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down, but they'll get it back.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And he's into the clear. The 40. Past the 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
You talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mo.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. He has been interception prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Flushed out right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down and inside the 5-yard line.
372.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. From the gun, it's Bortles. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now on first down, he's going to sneak it. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Coleman. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Right back to him on first down. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now Bortles. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Bortles now on first down. Gronkowski got it on the crossing route. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. That one goes for 36 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Bortles again. Being chased out left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Bortles. And he finds Seals-Jones complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Bortles going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right? Yeah,
exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Gano's kick is right through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A big play there for KC. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy most likely to bring him down. That was a nice game.
He finds Coleman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another 1st down. This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Wesley Woodyard there on the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a handoff here to Bohannon, the fullback. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now back to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. On play action, they'll throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Hayden Hurst, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody. But those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Bullock out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's Coleman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Wide open, Gronkowski. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Sunday.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Looking middle, it's caught by Gronkowski. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Bortles. Steps away to his left. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Into the red zone, it's Bortles. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing is Bortles, and he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now Bortles, buying time to his left. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. It's Coleman here. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the 4th. So here we go. The Colts will go for 2.
372.
Shotgun now for Bortles. And it's caught. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Tackle that time by Sidney Jones.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Lee. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Lee's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 22.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
He's back to throw. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the ball. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. Bortles going to look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He got 29 yards that time. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Coleman now. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Now Bortles. Flush to his right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
372.
Back to throw, Bortles. Flushed out, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Back to throw. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Back to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the 4th. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for 2 and decide it right now.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. "25 seconds to go. A must recover if they're going to have any chance." And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Checking in on Houston. It's in the fourth quarter there. It's the Texans firmly in control of that one. They've scored again. Matt Ryan dominant in this one. 4 touchdown passes. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. This is Coleman. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Colts, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll return home next week to take on the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.